Did you know that you can learn a lot about your horse's overall health and performance by looking at the outside of a hoof? Though there can be variations between horses' hooves, there is a fairly consistent overall shape that enables your horse to perform to its fullest potential. So let's look at some of the basic parameters that can help you determine the health of your horse's hooves. Here's what you're going to need: a horse or a pony, a hoof pick, I like ones with a wire brush, a camera of some kind, a protractor with a ruler, and a way to track your score. Okay, first, clean out a front foot. Scrape the sole with a hoof pick. Is it smooth and hard? Give yourself 3 points. Or maybe the sole is chalky or flaky. Give yourself 2 points. Is it greasy or sticky? 1 point. Now press hard on the frog with the point of the hoof pick. Does it feel like you're pressing on a rubber stall mat? Is it somewhat soft? Does it feel like you will press right into the tissue? Did your horse react to the pressure on the frog? Not at all. Flinched because he felt it, or pulled the hoof away. The next parameters will be easier to evaluate if you are looking at photos instead of a possibly moving hoof. Remember, we are looking at a front foot here. Hind feet have a different shape. Start with a shot of the bottom of the foot. It's really important to make sure your camera is at the same angle as the sole. If the camera is tipped closer to the heels or the toe, the image will be distorted and your measurements will be off. Now, measure the proportions of the frog. First, measure the width of the frog between the heels. Then take that measurement, turn it at right angles, and see how it relates to the length of the frog. Is the frog as long as it is wide? Closer to 1.5 times longer than it is wide? More like 2 or more times longer than it is wide. Next, take a close look at the bars. Start by marking the base of the frog between the heels, and then mark the tip of the frog. Now find the midpoint. Where do the bars end in relation to that midpoint of the frog? Are the bars well defined and end behind the midpoint of the frog? Are the bars about as long as the frog? Do the bars spread past the tip of the frog or seem to have no clear edges at all? For the second photo, get your camera down on the ground. Yep, right down on the ground. And take a photo from the side of the hoof. Exactly from the side, just where the 2 bulbs line up. Right there. Okay, look at the photo. Yes, the one I'm showing you is a different foot. You need to draw a line from the front of the hairline over the toe to the back of the hairline over the heel. Now you're ready for question 6. Is the hairline straight, matching the line you drew? Is it slightly arched above that line? Or is it strongly arched, obviously curving above the line? Now take a look at the hairline angle in relation to the ground. This is where the protractor comes in handy, or you can just compare your photo to the ones here. Is the hairline angle about 30 degrees to the ground? Maybe it's closer to 20 degrees. Or maybe it's nearly flat, a lot less than 20 degrees. Draw a vertical line from the frontmost point of the hairline down to the ground. How much of the hoof that is touching the ground is in front of this line you drew? One-third, or a bit more? Less than one-third. Or closer to half or more? Now it's time to add up your horse's hoof health score. If you scored a 24, you have seen the markers of a happy, healthy, good-moving horse landing heel first in all gaits. If you scored 19 to 23, your horse may be falling short of its optimum stride and performance. If you scored 14 to 18, your horse is not comfortable. He's likely landing flat or toe first and exhibiting a shorter, choppier stride than what's really possible. If you scored 9 to 13, your horse's hoof health is seriously compromised. His gait may often be not quite right or visibly lame. If you scored an 8, your horse probably has obvious behavior or training issues, or is shut down. He's an excellent candidate for founder. Do you want to improve your horse's hoof health score? Do you want to improve the overall vigor, athleticism, and the future of your equine friend? There is a lot more information if you visit Equinextion.com.